Alright guys, you probably saw the wreck video. If you didn't, I will show you my bike in a little bit, but had an incident on the Wingman's garage ride. Darius actually ran into me. First time in a group ride with him, and you know, we already covered all that stuff, so if you haven't checked that out, go check out. Hopefully I did it on the right side this time. I don't know. Pretty bad about that. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's right there. Yeah. But anyway, in this video, we are going to go over what to do if your brake lights go out. And mine went out because I was hit. So I have Antowan, he's behind the camera right now. He's going to kind of help me out, try to figure out what might be the cause. He said that it may just be a blown fuse, could be something to do with the wires. So if we can't get it fixed, he's actually got his old tail light that he's just going to let me have if we can't get it worked out. But on top of that, since my fender is kind of messed up, I am actually going to do a Fender Eliminator. Darius was kind enough to purchase that for me, so thanks Darius. But yeah, we're just going to install that. It's a pretty easy video. The only other thing is I want to get my snowflake decal put on the windscreen because I never did that. So that's it, let's get started. So just to show you guys the damage real quick, you know, there's minor stuff here, but this actually cracked in half, as you can see that right there, and it from right here and back, it just kind of swung that way and went under my tail. So not really that big of a deal. I mean, it looks fine for the most part, but you know, just an excuse to get rid of it.
Due to the accident, Josh's tail light doesn't work, so we're going to troubleshoot to why that is. My first guess is possibly when the license plate light broke, ground out a wire, fuse pop. That would be the easiest fix. Worst case, since the tail eliminator was folded up under in the accident, maybe the cable might have got pulled out, shorted it out, something like that. So we'll start off checking all the connections. Gonna take the tail section apart. It's fairly easy. 4 bolts, fairing slides right off. If not, I have to remember where the fuse box is on this bike. I know I've seen it, I just don't remember where I've seen it. And it may be under the seat or alongside one of the fairings. Lady that said she wanted to race. Supposed to be down here the weekend of the 23rd.
I'm gonna be gone that weekend. Yeah, you're talking about of August?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to Knoxville for my sister's 16th.
Simple as that. And just because we know we had a rear end collision, you just look, no tabs or anything are broke on his tail piece. So
did notice some scrapes on my tire though.
Yeah, it got in there.
It got some red paint. There's red paint on my exhaust, which I already knew about that, but I didn't see the tire thing at all.
So yeah, the fuse is actually right up under the seat.
Oh, okay.
So we get to do all our work in the rear today.
Yay!
Also, one thing to note, if you install your own integrated tail light or fender eliminator, it requires any cables or anything to be plugged up. If you disconnect any of these cables and start your bike up trying to test your cable connections without those connected, you will trip a code and your tach will display or flash just about everything on it. And I think when it happened to me, the quick shifter stopped working, traction control was also off.
I think I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
You said it just shut off everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, everything functions. You go through everything on the tach displays as it should, but your power mode, all 3 modes will flash. Your electronic steering dampener light will flash. Can't think of what all else will be on there. I think you'll have one light on the dash indicating that you have the error. But yeah, you won't be able to quick shift. Traction control doesn't work. So if you get hard on the gas, the front wheel is going to come up. And yeah, so just make sure you connect everything back together before you start the bike up to test your lights and turn signals and everything.
So that's how it happened to you?
Yeah, so basically when it was getting tuned, I think just moving, you know, this stuff out of the way to take this out, I think they disconnected, I think it's this one. That's until crazy. That error clears, which I think I ran through a tank of gas before the error cleared out. So there's no, you can't disconnect the battery, turn the key on and off, none of that. So you just have to ride it until it clears itself. Or you may be able to go to the dealership, get them to clear the code that way if that works. I have seen one guy with similar symptoms on his tack. He actually went back to the dealer and they told him his ECU was bad.
Oh dang.
So he ended up, I think, getting a warranted ECU, but he may have had the same issue that I had and then just didn't reset. I don't know. ABS, fan, ETV. So I don't think it's going to be a fuse, unless there's another fuse box on here. So I'm gonna take this cover off. Just pop these off and out the way. So they're attached to this plastic cover. Actually surprised me about these. They actually put Loctite on these. I wouldn't expect this to go anywhere. So this is connected. I'm gonna leave it connected. We'll just hang that over.
Okay.
Side like so. Yeah, there's the ECU right there. All your connections go right in here. Yeah, tail light appears to be all in one piece. Alright, so reason for your lights the way they go right up under this cover here. So yeah, the top of the container and show you which fuse. IG, I think, is ignition, headlight, brake, and horn. So it could have taken if your horn worked. If your horn didn't work, then you know it's the fuse.
Huh. See, I'm glad I have people to work on all of the stuff that I need to work on, just because messing around with a camera and then having to do all that.
And he does not have a horn.
Does it need to be on?
It should work when you fire it up. So yeah.
So that's it.
One telltale sign for a shortcut. Since the brake light and the horn fuse are one, if your horn didn't work and your tail light didn't work, 100% chance it's your fuse. And sure enough, it is blown. So for those who don't know what a blown fuse look like, I don't know if the camera's gonna show it. The connection in the middle there is burned through or broken, shorted out. If you can see it, it's usually an arch inside of here. If that connection is burned through or broken, you don't have flow of electricity. So blown fuse, that's what it looks like when it's good. This is your spare. So at this point, if you blow another fuse, you're without until you get to the store, unless
Awesome.
you go to the store and buy and put your spare back in there. So I'm gonna use this for now.
All right.
Button that back up.
What's the amps on?
This is a 10 amp.
Okay.
And you got a spare 15 still in here. You got tail light?
Yep.
There you go.
Let me check the brakes real quick just to make sure. Yep. Well, there's one problem
First
solved.
thing solved.
And you can really tell about the damage done if you look from the top. I know it's still not like a lot, but I didn't get a picture of it or anything right after it happened, just because Darius went down. But if you go back and watch the video, you can see this whole thing is just like folded under.
So how did the audio turn out?
Dude, it's awesome. Your audio sounds great. I didn't listen to a lot of it, but your bike sounds awesome. There might be a little bit of peaking, but yours is like almost no wind noise at all. And that's just me throwing it in.
Yeah.
Mine, it still has some wind noise, but I think for the most part for that ride, I think it's gonna be okay.
Alright, so I went ahead and disconnected the turn signals since we're doing away with those. License plate light will probably make plug and play. So
Yep.
I'm going to definitely, since it's
Just like the ZX6.
already jacked up, so we'll cut the end of that off. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I went out to CMP today.
Oh yeah?
Picked up some race fuel for tomorrow.
The drag.
Yep. But yeah, so this video may be out before. I plan on having my point of view while drag racing on my quest to hit 9 seconds and a quarter mile on a stock wheelbase bike no straps. So if you guys would like to see that on Josh's channel, I will gladly give him the footage. You guys just let me know in the comment section.
You know, I was even thinking about it because you were talking about drone footage. Now, obviously, yes, that would be fantastic. But if you wanted to do like your own kind of like mini video and actually talk to the camera and show off some of the different bikes and stuff like that, we could probably arrange that too.
Alright.
So if you guys want to see that footage, let me know.
My fastest time in the quarter with my bike was last year about this time. But at the time, I only had the slip-on exhaust and the standard tune, which was still 199 horsepower. Not as much mid-range.
Well, what was the time? You never said the time.
The time I ran was a 10.01.
So you still had 199?
Yep.
And that was before this exhaust? Huh.
So basically what the full exhaust does, it gives you more mid-range. So the peak power was still about the same. It was 199, it just differed at like 0.3 or something like that.
Yeah.
But overall it's the same now. I do have the E85 tune, which put it to 202. And that is the plan. I'm going to run that just to get that little bit more. And supposedly the benefits, which this is what I've heard, of running the E85 because it burns cooler, you maintain your horsepower better or longer. So basically I'm just gonna try to snake these cables out so we can get the bracket off. Alright, so the easiest way to get these out, since it's a tighter fit with the subframe and the fairing up here, you just kind of run the connectors down to where the subframe meets the tail end. There's a little bit more room to fit the connectors out down through there.
There it is, Mike. You can stop giving me crap about it. It's gone, okay?
So actually, we don't even have to disassemble this any further since we're not taking the turn signals. So
yeah.
If you had to use the stock turn signals, you would take this bracket off, these screws out, this Allen head, take this plate off, and then the screws on the inside that was similar to the 6R to take this out of the housing. This is the Fender Eliminator that Josh went with, TST. It is actually an adjustable license
yeah,
plate
I noticed
bracket.
that too when you were watching the video.
So yeah, apparently they offer two types, which is the adjustable one and then just the standard stationary. Comes with a little bolt you can put in, plug off the hole. If you're not running any turn signal cables, if you got an integrated tail light or anything like that. So.
Seems like every time you were over here, I had just done legs. Freaking leg day.
Josh doesn't skip leg day.
Oh no, I do, and that's the problem.
I might have to look into this little kit myself.
I like it. I mean, I looked at a bunch of other ones, but I like this one. I don't even remember what else I was looking at this point because I've just been looking at this one for so long. And I was looking at the TST Industries one for the R6.
So we're gonna have to lean those back down.
Cool. This is what you get when people rear end you. Now all the comments I'll get are of the exhaust, and they can't say anything because it's on order. I already ordered it.
So these are probably the small ones again, and they are. So the Allen heads in this kit are 3mm.
There you have it. Sweet. All right, guys, that's it. We got this worked out. And we just put the snowflake decal on the front. And it was the most stressful thing ever, but we didn't record it, but I'll show you that in just a second. I think the only thing left is get a custom plate made because this one's all dinged up. Oh, so the one thing, we did not put on the license plate light yet. I'm gonna kind of look at it with the tail light and just see like how bright it is, but the thing is, I just said that I'm gonna get a custom plate at some point, but this actually mounts on to the license plate. And it's like a GoPro sticky mount, so it will not come off. Or if it does, you're not gonna be able to reuse it, pretty much. Yeah, so for now, I'm just holding off on that, and I'll kind of test it out at night, see what it looks like. But again, Antowan, thank you so much, sir.
Oh, no problem.
It's gonna suck when he doesn't live like right down the road anymore.
No, it'd actually be better because then you can come to my house.
That's true. Actually have a garage.
Up into the garage.
Hey, as long as you have good lighting.
Put you on the lift. Yeah, I'm planning on doing track lights.
There you go. All right. Well, new plan. All right.
Once I get the garage and everything turned into the workshop.
But yeah, that's it. So hopefully this helped anybody that's having issues with the brake lights, you know, locating the fuses, whatever the case may be. I know we didn't really go over the wiring situation of if it wasn't the fuse, what we would have done.
Oh, if it was your tail light, we'd just swap it out.
So you don't have a way to like actually fix it if it is like wiring or something?
I mean, you can, but if you look, this is the OEM tail light. That's as much cable as you have to work with. So if it was
not a whole lot.
Pull something out.
If you had to cut it.
If I had to cut it, we'd probably have to run to a store and get some wire.
Well, luckily it didn't have to come to that, so that's good. But anyway, I'll show you the sticker in the front, and then that's pretty much it. So that'll probably be the little 20-second outro, just some cinematic footage. Ugh. So next week for me is the Atlanta meetup. So obviously I am going for that, and there will be videos from that.
I think probably like just 5 pounds you just said.
Yeah. Like I said, Mike, you have no reason to leave little links to the Fender Eliminators anymore.
He got the hint.
Yep. all it took was to get rear-ended. Yeah, so they're not doing a ride, but they are doing demo rides of certain bikes, so I will probably record some of that. The only other thing that I know for sure is me and Low Spark Chris are going to swap bikes. He's got an FZ07. So I've never been on a bike like that, so it should be pretty cool for me. Look forward to that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, and leave a comment if you want to see his video at the drag strip.
Quest for 9 seconds.
I just gave him like a 30-second lesson on how to vlog. So
yeah, so don't talk about me when I'm trying to do this vlog.
It's gonna be good. No, I think
I'm an amateur at this.
Hey, you talk to the camera pretty well, I gotta say. It took me a long time to get to that point. So anyway, that's it. We're just rambling now. See you guys in the next one. I hate how loud the bugs and birds are. Now I always do this wrong. Looking at it that way.
Tail eliminator was folded. Tail for the folded. It was folded. Tail for the it was folded. It was folded. Tail eliminator was folded. It was folded.
That's pretty much it.